guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa, back to do another page in the 4-page portrait Esencia album that we've been making. So the Esencia is a set of SVG files, which are scalable vector graphic files that you can use for electronic cutting machines, and it will make you a mini album from beginning to end. The cover, the spine, binding, pockets, flips, belly bands, envelope flips, everything you name it is in here. There are 27 files, so there's a lot, and it includes all of the mats as well. So I refer to this little booklet when I'm making the album, and these are screenshots to each of the files. So the blue pieces themselves are the elements, and the pink pieces are the mats, and so it has everything in here that you need to make an album. You can make a 2-page, a 4-page or a 6-page album using this set of files, and you can also make it in portrait or landscape. So in this instance we are making a 4-page portrait album. I'm also using these. These are add-on pockets. They go with the Esencia. These ones are called Flourish. And you don't need these. You can make this whole album just using this. The pockets are exactly the same. It's just that these ones look like this. This is an example of one of the pockets. This is actually the waterfall. So I'm using both of those today. The cardstock I'm using is this Recollections white cardstock, 65 pounds, 176 GSM. And the paper that I'm using is this one here. It's called Shabby Roses. It's a downloadable set of 14 printable pages. They're 300 DPI and they're JPEGs. And you can get those and the SVG files all from my Etsy store, and I'll put the link in the description box below. So that's my spiel. Let's start making. I have already cut out a bunch of the pieces that we need, so I'll put this to the side as well. We don't need that. And I'll just go through and tell you what I've already cut out. Now I have a list. Here's my list, page 7. I will put this list of all the pieces that I've cut out in the description box so that you don't have to try and remember what I've cut out and write it down. You can just go straight to the description box. Okay, so I'll just leave that there. So I always start off with my base page mat, which is this one, this pink one here, L3, because we've already put the pages in our album. Sorry, this is our album. We've done all of these pages so far. Haven't done any or much embellishing, and that one's getting stuck on there. I'll have to do something about that. And so we're doing this page today. We've got 2 more pages to do. Okay, let's put that one to the side as well. Oops, I've got some magnets rolling away. Okay, so this is my L3 base page mat that I've cut out, and I'll put that to the side. And then I have cut out one of this N2 pocket here, and sitting on top I've cut out 2 of the N4 mats. So that's this set here. They're all ready to cut out, or they're already cut out and printed. So, and they've always also got the score lines on them because my Cricut can do that. So all my score lines are on there. This is an O2. This is an O2 pocket, and I have cut out 2 of the O4 mats that go on top of that. So that's my pocket, O2, and then my 2 mats all ready to go. Then I have got some other narrow pockets. I have got 2 of the S1s. So that's these 2 here, 2 S1s, and I have got 4 of the S4 mats. And they are here all ready to go, 4 of those. Then I have got 2 of the S3 pockets, that's these guys here, and 2 of the S6 mats that go on top, and that's those 2 here. So that's ready to go. And then for the envelope flips, I have cut out 2 of the X3 envelope flips and 2 of the X7 mats to go on top, and that's these guys here all ready to go. And then I have a few things out of the Flourish pockets as well. I have cut out an N1 pocket here. So, and then I've cut out the N3 matte, and I've cut that out of the glitter cardstock, and I have already attached it. So to attach it, I use my glue in this fine liner, and I run around all these little bits. It takes a minute, but you know, I just watch Netflix or something while I'm doing it, and then attached it. And I've already done that just to save a bit of time. So an N1 pocket with an N3 matte. Then I have 2 of the S2 pockets with 2 of the S5 mattes cut out of glitter cardstock. So that's these 2 here. Then I have cut out a W6 corner pocket, but I've actually flipped it over on the Cricut Design Space canvas. So instead of facing that way, it now faces that way. And then I have cut out 2 of the X3 envelope flips and 2 of the X7 mattes out of the glitter cardstock, and that's these 2 little guys here. So that's everything that we need cut out. So I'll just pop those to the side. I don't think we need those anymore. I have to try and remember what I had in mind. So I was really organised and I cut everything out, but now I'm sort of wondering what I actually had in mind. Let's start by what I do remember is that I was going to use all of these little bits and pieces here to make some little flip out envelopes, 2 little flip out envelopes. So my page is going this way, so I think I'll have my envelopes coming out this way, and I think I'll have the pockets opening that way like that. So that's good to know, nice to remember. Put that to the side again. Put that to the side. So this will be the back section. These S1 pockets will be the back section of our envelopes that go like so. We'll have our flip sitting on top of that, so we'll probably need to attach those on the inside, and we have to keep that little tab there with my pencil. So we do not need this tab, or this tab, and the same for this one, like so. Then these guys here, these S3s, they're going to be our pockets. We don't have to cut anything off those, so we can leave those as they are. And then these are going to be our flips that come out from the top here. And these are going to be the backing for those, and we'll put some little magnets on. So I actually want to cut these tabs off the top of these as well, because it gets a bit bulky otherwise. Okay, so that's all I need to cut out. So let's just pop that to the side. And this is the only cutting that I need to do. So I'll just grab my cutting board. So when I designed these pieces, I designed them so that they were versatile. So I put tabs all the way around them so you could use them in a variety of different ways. But it does mean you need to cut those tabs off. So I'm just lining up my score line on my cutting board, and I'm just going to cut it off. And I've put those little crosses on there to remind me, because I get talking and then I forget. So I'm having a bit of a hard time seeing under this light where I need to cut them. So I may need to trim them up a little bit. So this one's a little bit out. So I can fix that up. I can always trim it off afterwards, so we won't stress. So I'm just going to do that for these ones. I'm going to keep that tab and line up this score line if I could see it. Cut that one off. This white cardstock makes it harder to see those score lines, that's for sure. That one off. And this one. Okay, and then I'm going to just cut this tab off these ones here. So I'm what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up my score line, and then I'm just going to push it over a tiny smidge, just because I don't want it to interfere with the way that it's going to flip. So I'm just going to just push that over a smidge and trim that off. Okay, so we can start with these. So I think what I'll do is I'll construct one of these on video, and the other one I'll do off video, because otherwise it could be a bit boring. So this is going to be the back of our envelope. This is going to be our pocket that fits on here, so it needs to go that way. Okay. So what I'm going to do is fold in these two short tabs. Not very well there. Fold in that short tab. Actually, we may as well just fold them all in while we're here. And this one, just like so. And then I'll get out my glues. So in this little bottle here, and I should have filled it up before I started, I am using Helmer's Tiger Grip glue, and I'll just put it in this smaller bottle. But you use whatever glue you use. Okay, so one of these is going to be the top of our envelope pocket. So we can just glue this down, saves cutting it off, gives it a bit more reinforcement. And I have always been one to cut them off until one of my subscribers, Joan, said to me, why don't you just glue them down? It will give you some extra strength. And yeah, I never thought of it, so thank you to Joan for that, because it really is a great lifesaver. Just got a little bit hanging off here that I'm just going to snip off, because that's going to bother me. There we go. Okay, so this is going to attach on here like this. Right now I'm just going to glue this bit down. I'm just doing this to remind myself what I'm doing. Really. So I'm going to glue this down. This is the edge that doesn't have the tab, okay? So we're just going to pop that down on there. Line it up with that edge. I'm just going to fold these in, make sure it's relatively straight. Okay, and I can just fold that one down. Okay, so then we need to construct our little envelope flips. So I have this little guy here, and I have the mat, and then we have this one here that we've cut the tab off. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue this down onto here, and it's just going to give a neater finish and a little bit of extra reinforcement. So I love that with my Cricut I can have little pieces like this, little envelope bits cut out, and I don't have to try and get it right with the angle and everything of the little envelope flips. I'm really bad at that. So I have this nice little envelope flip, and it just took me no effort whatsoever. A little bit of glue seeping out, try and get rid of that. Okay. Just making sure it's really nicely adhered so it doesn't come up later. Alright, I'll get that bit of random dog hair off it. Looks pretty good. Folds over fine, branch that fold. Okay, and then I'm going to attach this one onto here, butting up against this tab here on this crease line. So let's do that on that score line. So let's do that, like so. Pop that one down on there, line it up, line it up. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. so. There we go. So then that one will flip out. Make sure it's stuck down there. So we can go ahead and put a mat in here now because I've already cut those out. So we have 4 of these. So they're going to be on my outside and these are going to go on my inside. So for this one I'm just using this different glue. It's just a cheap acetone based glue. If it wants to come out. It's a bit gummed up. It's super cold here and I find at the moment, well, you know, super cold for Western Australia. It's the middle of winter. It's absolutely bucketing down outside. Anyway, I find my glue does not like the cold weather quite so much. Right, so this is going to be inside mat to make that look nice. Like so. It'll do because it doesn't want to move. And then we can fold this up and put some glue on these sides now. And this one. I never use white cardstock and it's so difficult not to get dirty. Try as I might. Okay, I'll just glue that little guy down. Wipe up the glue that just came out there. Get hold of it and put it together. Okay. So now we can put a magnet on here. So I'm gonna put it back here because I might want to put some kind of embellishment on the edge. I'm not sure yet, but also it really makes it much easier to adhere the mat all the way around if we give it a bit of space. We just have to make sure that it still reaches here and gives this mat a little bit of room. So I might need to move this down a little fraction. Let's see, that'll be fine. Okay, then I can put this mat on top. Oop. Oh, my tummy's rumbling. Don't know why. I've had breakfast. Okay, and then this one goes on here, like so. And put it down around here. So my magnets that I'm using, I've bought from AliExpress. It's not so easy to get magnets over here in Australia, so I just have to be really patient when I order them from AliExpress because they take a long time. In fact, I should order some more now. I'll try and remember to do that today. Okay, so there's our magnet there. Then I'm just going to put a little bit of paper on here and pop our magnet down for this side on here, just so I can get the polarity right and where it needs to sit, and then I can pop a little bit of glue on there, flip it over, and then I'm going to pull this guy up, make sure that's well firmly adhered, and then we can put the pocket cover on there, which are these two guys here. Alright, and let's go with that one. Yeah. Right, so then some on here. And put this guy down on here. Make sure that's pretty well attached, especially around where that magnet is. Okay, so then we can fold that over and we get that satisfying click. And then on the back we can put the mat and we're done. Just get my, for some reason I managed to get gluey bits everywhere. I don't suppose it really matters. Okay. Pop this guy on here. Stick it out. And that is one of our little envelopes all ready to go in our album. Okay, isn't that gorgeous? So I'll put all of these bits together and I will do this other one off camera, so you don't have to watch me do the same thing all over again. So that's my little bits there for my envelope. Now I'm just going to try and remember what I had planned for these other pieces. So these guys will all go on afterwards, so we can figure that out later. But I have these other pieces here and I have to try and remember what I had in mind. So I think obviously this is going to be a flip. This was going to be a flip because I have cut mats for both sides. So if it was going to be a pocket, I would only have a mat for one side. And then it's the same with this one. So what I think I'm going to do is I'll move those mats to the side as well. I'm obviously going to flip it from the long side, so I'm going to cut the 2 short tabs off and that long tab on that side, and the same for this one. So I will go and cut those off, and I will also go and make my other envelope, and then we will come back and we will put the whole page together. All right, I'll see you again in a minute. Okay guys, so I'm back and I have done that second little flip out envelope that we have here. It's going to flip out like so. So we have 2 of those, and then I cut the tabs off these 2 as well and folded that tab in because I think that my plan was to make them flips. So let's get out our album page, which is this one here, and I'm going to attach these guys. Let's start together on my page. So I think I need my ruler, and I'm thinking maybe something about like that might be nice. So let's have a look. That would be, let's go 1.5 centimeters from the bottom. I'll just put a little line there, and 1.5 centimeters from the top, if I can see it. Reflection on the ruler's not the greatest. Okay, so then I'll just put some glue on those tabs and stick her down. So I'm just going to line up the top of my little envelope with that little line, that little mark there that I made, like so. And then flip it out, give it a good burnish, and do the same with this one. Put my glue on there, probably need a bit more, oh, maybe not that much more, all in one spot. And line up the bottom of this envelope with this little line here, like so. Flip it out and give it a burnish. Get rid of that little bit of excess glue and we are good. Okay, so those guys are going to flip in like so, and then under those I think my plan was to have this big flip out here. I might round the corners with my little corner rounder, like so. Just put those little bits everywhere. It's got a little catcher in the bottom, but it never seems to catch them. Okay, so I'll put some glue on this tab. So this is this N2 flip. It was a pocket, now it's a flip. And pop that on here. So I'm lining it up with this first score line, not like flush against the spine, because it just gives us a little more room to maneuver. Makes the pages sit a little bit flatter, even though when they get a bit bulky. So we're just going to put that down there like so. And then I think I'll put this one on top and I'll round those little corners on there as well. And put a bit of glue on here. Like so. Put that on there. And there. Come over a little bit. Or not. The glue says no. Okay, glue, you win. You win today. So we've got 2 flips there, which will give us a pile more room for photos. Okay, so let's just make sure that one's firmly attached there, shall we? Okay. So then I have these little bits spare. And these are all bits that can be attached afterwards, these ones. So I think we can just go ahead and put our mats on now. So this is my base page mat. Which way does it go? I suppose it could go anyway. I feel like I want to put it that way. So let's pop that one down. Nearly finished this album. Just going to do one more page, the inside covers, which I don't think I'm going to do anything too much, probably just some pockets and some inserts, and then we're done, pretty much. I've got to do the cover. I always leave the cover to the end. I'd like to say it's because of some particular reason, but really it's often just because I can't really decide what to do. Okay, could have done with a bit more glue under there, so I'll just use my little fine liner glue to squeeze a bit of glue under here. Whoops. It's really good for getting into those little bits where you miss out, like so. Okay, looks good, looks good. And then we have the mats for this page, which are these 2 here. We're going with the stripes, it would appear. So if I go pink stripes, put the green stripes, pink stripes, and then if I went with the pink here and green here, and so how does that look? That looks nice. I like it. Let's do that then. So I'll just go ahead and put those mats on around the corners where I need to, and then we will decide where to put those last pockets that we've got a little collection of over there. Right, so I have done all the matting. So we have our 2 little flip out envelopes, and then I have matted these sections and the base page. So I think it's looking pretty nice. Now I have also got these Flourish pockets here, and I'm sure I had a plan for where they were going to go, but I can't remember. So we'll just make it up. But I was thinking maybe this long pocket under here. So this is going to be a long pocket, so this tab here we can glue down. So let's just do that now. One less tab hanging out to deal with. Oh, I'm doing a terrible job of that. There we go. So we'll just tuck that one over and glue it down. And so I was thinking about putting that one under here like so. I think that looks pretty good. Is it too much? Too much glitter? Oh, I don't know. Or does it look better without? It does kind of look nicer without. I tell you what, let's just hold off on that idea. I do think I want to put this corner pocket on this base page. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm feeling confident about that. There's one there. Put glue on this tab. Ooh. Gosh, I'm having some real glue dilemmas this morning. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to pop this one down here. I'm pretty confident with that. I'm just going to place that down in the corner, and I'm just going to make sure that I can still fold those over. And I can, so that's good. So down she goes. Alright, so we can stick a bundle of photo mats in there. Looks good. Okay, so then I have a long pocket. Maybe I could put my long pocket on here. And then I have these two short ones, and I think my plan might have been to put these guys on here. Yeah, that's what I had in mind. So let's put some glue on these tabs here for, put this one to the side because I'm having some dilemmas with that one. I'll put these down, wipe up this glue. Right, so I think I was going to put one of these guys up here, and then the other one, I'll put the glue on that tab as well. So that's going to be the top of our pocket, so that just gives us a nice finish and reinforces that top edge. So I think I'll put these guys on here like so. Yeah. Alright, so let's do some measuring. I want to get this in the center. So this guy is 9 centimeters wide. So half of that is 4.5 centimeters. And this one as well. Whoop, come on. Fold over. There we go. 4.5 centimeters. Okay, and then the middle of this would be 6 centimeters. So I think I want one here, about there. Yes, let's just do it. Not so much of the thinking and more of the doing. And there's a time and a place for thinking and a time and a place for doing. Sometimes I find that I spend too much time sort of overthinking things that are not really that worth worrying about. So I'm going to put that guy there, like so. Give him a squash. It may not be straight, but that's okay. We can live with that. And then I'll just burnish around the edges. Probably should have done this before I stuck it all down. And then this one, I think, where do we want to put it? About here? Yeah. So then I'll find I'll tell you what, let's just put it an inch up from, my rule is 1 inch wide, so let's just go 1 inch up from the bottom of that pocket, find the centre mark, and then put some glue on these tabs. And put my ruler here will help me to, no, I can't do both things. There we go. That'll do. Wow, it's really bucketing out there. It's a wet old day. Okay, so I'm just going to give that a good squash. Okay, cute. Okay, and then we have just this one guy left, which I still haven't decided where I want to put him. So let's have a quick look. So I could put him here, but it might be a bit too much. I could put him here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think I like that. Or I could put him here. No, I think I like him here. Let's just do it. So some glue on these tabs. I wonder what my plan was when I cut all the pieces out. It'd be interesting to see how many different types of pages you could make using the same pieces, you know, how your layout might differ, even just using the same pieces. That could be a fun exercise. Let's make sure that folds over. Yep. And burnish that down, and that is our page complete. Yay! Okay, so we have lots of flips and flaps and pockets and things there. So that will probably sit a bit more flat once it's been in the book for a little while. Otherwise, you know, we could put a bit of Velcro under there or something like that. So they open out, and then we have this flip here, two little pockets, pocket here, big space here for photos, and then we have our corner pocket where we can tuck lots of mats in. So that is our next page done. One more page to go. Yay! Okay, well, thanks very much for joining me today, guys. I will see you back here, hopefully, if you're enjoying these videos, for the last page, which we'll do next. Check out the playlist for all of the albums that I've made so far using the Esencia. That it's such a versatile set of SVG files. I just really am enjoying putting it all together and you know, finding different ways to use different pieces to make different page layouts. So we have one more page to do and some inserts, do the inside covers and do some embellishing. Thanks very much for watching today. I would love it if you wanted to subscribe, leave a comment, all of those things. Otherwise, I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.